Good evening, and welcome to the Shadow Realm. I am your host Ghostly, and this evening we shall be reading a short story called What Lurks in the Darkness. The candle's flame flickered in the slight breeze, growing and shrinking with every breath that caught it. Its golden glow illuminated just a small portion of the room around it, the darkness barely held at bay by its might. The wax dripped down knowingly, counting down the seconds until its use was laid to rest, and the darkness would be free. The boy knew he was doomed, knew from the second he was grabbed that he was bound to die. The men had grabbed him from his home, washed his skin free of dirt and fed his malnourished body. But despite the fragile truce with the darkness, the boy couldn't help but cower in the shadows of the light, shaking with fear and muttering prayers that the darkness would leave him be. He felt a presence in the room when he had been thrown into it. Something was lurking in the darkness, biding its time for the candle to go out. Silvery tears slipped free from his terror-filled eyes and down the boy's tanned skin. Oh no! The candle winked out. The boy held his breath, the pounding drum of his heart thundering in his chest, flustering as fast as a bird, with the threat to fly as free as one from his chest. He screwed his eyes shut and whimpered. Cold, thin fingers raked across his face in a pale imitation of a mother's touch. A voice rasped, guttural and harsh, the sound of rushing water against jagged stones. Another. The boy squirmed, flinching but paralyzed in place. The fingers drew away from his face, and as light as a feather, ran through his hair in a discordant motion. They've sent another sacrifice to appeal to me. The laughter was broken, the sound of it much like the shattering of glass ringing all around in its sourceless wonder. Thick and heavy chains dragged across the wooden floor, coming closer to the boy, and the voice whispered into his ear. Both too near and too far, foul and decaying, it's chill enough to bring about a burn. I think I've grown tired of their games. Fingers tapped gently down the boy's cheek, wiping away the silent tears flowing freely. High time I leave and go my way, don't you? It asked sweetly, its teeth clashing distantly in the dark. They think they've kept me locked here all this time. The voice became smoother, the roughness dropping with every word, the fingers in the dark becoming less skeletal, and the dull thud of releasing chains echoed against heeled footsteps. And it's time for us to part ways as well. The end. Thank you for joining us on today's short story. Until your next visit, dearest viewer, farewell.